Abortion rights activists are raising concerns that your phone could soon help incriminate you. They say apps that track users' menstrual cycles, search history, or location could then sell that data to a third party or turn it over to law enforcement to be used in court. At least 26 states are expected to restrict or ban abortion outright if a leaked draft Supreme Court decision is made final. Some states, like Texas, allow regular citizens to sue anyone who helped someone else get an abortion, while Louisiana is considering a bill that could allow women who choose to get an abortion to be charged with homicide. ABC News legal contributor Brian Buckmeyer joins me live now for more on all of this. Brian, how realistic are these concerns that phone data could potentially be used as evidence if this decision is finalized and these bans and restrictions go into effect?
Morning, Diane. Well, it's very realistic because local law enforcement and even federal law enforcement have the tools and the know-how to do exactly what we're describing. All you need for a search of a phone, which is basically a warrant, is probable cause. So if you're arrested for any of these crimes that we're describing that these states are looking to put on the books, there's already probable cause because you're arrested. So they can start searching your phone for, as you described, your location, where you may have gone if you went close to or near an abortion clinic, or your Google searches or text messages, or if you have an app where you're putting that personal information, for example, your menstrual cycle, and it stopped periodically and then started back again later, that can be used as evidence against you.
Is there anything that people can do to protect their privacy?
To some extent, yes. You can look to using search engines that don't actually categorize where you're searching. We've all seen you look up, for example, when I was looking for an engagement ring, months later, I got all of these ads about rings. You can actually turn off some of those settings so that you're not being tracked, so you're not getting those ads, and not being tracked means that someone can't search for those. There's also end-to-end encrypted messages. So unlike the usual messages that you get, the SMS messages, those are stored. You can look to other sources for text messages. Well, those messages are automatically deleted. It helps, but it wouldn't stop it altogether, though.
Now, what are you watching for as states implement more restrictions ahead of a potential ruling? How does that change the legal landscape?
So we're looking as to what's really going to change the legal landscape is what people consider to be the facts that give rise to an abortion occurring. Right now, a miscarriage or taking a pill or an elected abortion could look very similar from a medical standpoint. But for us in the legal field, we don't know how to gauge that, how to measure that. And so if abortions are going to become criminalized, the question becomes what actions, what movements, what decisions, what search engine searches are criminal and not just benign or looking for answers or questions. And so that's going to be very difficult for the criminal justice system to kind of parse through and understand what is criminal and what isn't.
And Brian, while some states are responding to this leaked opinion by trying to draft more or pass more restrictions or outright bans, trigger laws, that kind of thing, there are also other states doing the opposite. Connecticut, for example, trying to push through safe haven laws, essentially saying that women can travel from other states to these states and know that they can get an abortion without legal repercussion. Is it possible for their home state to implement some kind of punishment for that, or are safe haven laws pretty untouchable from that perspective?
So some states are actually starting that process of saying aiding and abetting and simply helping someone leave a state to go get an abortion would become illegal. So safe haven laws and typically would only work within the jurisdiction. We saw the map that we just put up there a few moments ago where you can see geographically where these states are thinking about criminalizing an abortion. And you see the Northeast or the West Coast. We'd anticipate a lot of people from those central or southern states to kind of move into the Northeast, as we see here now. And those states like Ohio could say, if you move into Pennsylvania, if you move into New York for the purposes of an abortion, that can be criminalized. One thing that people are very fearful of are these things called geofencing. And that's the ability to track a phone when it gets into a specific area. And so if you're looking at leaving a state or going to New York or any of those Northeast states that we saw there, or the West Coast states, that can be criminalized as well, just for trying to leave or landing in that area.
All right, legal contributor Brian Buckmeyer. Thanks for the analysis, Brian.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.